And then when we talked to Herbert, he's approached, seems very locked in, right? And then with him, I was stunned as I'm researching for this because I'm a professional to see that he's got the most passing yards of anybody in the history of the league through 5 seasons, but he hasn't thrown for 4,000 in the last 2. Yep. Of his first 62 games of his career, 58 featured a game in which he attempted to throw it 30 times or more. Yeah. Only 10 of 17 last year. Do you think he likes playing like this, Kurt? He didn't give any sense of it. I mean, we were hunting and pecking during the interview, but what
very
do you think?
Interesting. I talked to Greg Roman, who's the offensive coordinator, with the Chargers, and I asked him, okay, what kind of adjustment and what was that like in the first year in terms of calling plays and knowing you've got this guy that can chuck it all over the yard and is so talented, and then Jim Harbaugh comes in and we know how he wants to play is control the line of scrimmage, and he said what we had to preach to Justin was we are calling plays to win. We're not calling plays for yards. We're calling plays to win. And it took Justin some time to understand what exactly that means. What does that mean for me? Because the first few years of my career, I'm chucking it all over and I'm setting records. And so what do you mean winning? Because all of us think winning means let me put the ball in my hands.
4,000-yard seasons and one 5,000-yard
season. To win, and all quarterbacks think that. But it was starting to understand the theory behind what they're doing and the purpose of every single throw. And so, we did talk to Jim Harbaugh, and I asked him, are you tempted to want to spread it out and throw it because you've got, this guy at quarterback? And he said, I am tempted, and I'm not opposed to that, even though we know that's not how he wants to play. So there's such high regard for Justin Herbert that he can wing it all over if they need to. But their formula is good defense, run the football, and then make your big plays off of that. And I do believe that's how they're going to try to play this game and try to play this season, knowing that they've got that ace in their back pocket. If they have to spread it around and throw it, they've got a guy that can do that.
Yeah, and, don't turn it over. Just 3 interceptions for Herbert and the lowest in number of turnovers in the AFC last year for the Chargers. Yeah, and then to give you an idea of they're going to spread out and wing it, their first-round choice was Omarion Hampton, who they're going to roll downhill, man. And then one of the big moves they made in free agency was let's get Najee Harris. So it gives you an idea of we're still going to play the same way.
They want to play that way.
And if Herbert throws for 4,000 yards on top of it, then so be it, bringing back Keenan Allen as well. So it'll be interesting to see Keenan Allen back with his lightning bolts tomorrow night.
Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.